What's good? You're the first person here. What's good? You're the first person here. Thought I'd go live a little bit. Let me move this closer today and show my aquarium of the Pacific. If you have a question, let me know. Hit that like. My mom is texting me right now. Let me text her. So Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. Um, let's pull a card. You got the Five of Cups. You got water sign energy. Dang, let me tell you what the card says. Because we both know what the Five of Cups means, right? So it's water sign energy. The card says you're suffering a big heartbreak, perhaps a divorce, breakup, abandonment, or a bereavement with all the negative connections. Wait, with all the negative connotations that this card can bring, there is a positive message that no matter how dire your situation is, there's always a silver lining. You just need to choose to see it. So the 5 of cups, we all know that's accepting loss, sorrow, moving on, finding peace, personal setbacks, self-forgiveness, looking at the negative shit, sad about what they lost, breakup, separation, but then there's still a silver lining. There's still a positive. There's still a soulmate energy here, but it's just like someone I guess it has went through some type of suffering, negative shit around them, but there's still this positive to a cups energy where it's like they're still finding some peace and self-forgiveness. And then the bottom of the deck, you got the Hierophant, the shadow. So the most authentic self is the Hierophant. So that talks about two people possibly joining together in a divine connection. The Hierophant is an upright position, is telling you to embrace the conventional and follow the rules, stay the course and avoid attempts at innovation. So it's just the Five of Cups and the Hierophant. And it's basically touching base on a breakup, a divorce, an abandonment, saying there's still positive energy here with a person. Could be a water sign. And then it also talks about the shadow, which is the authentic true self, the Hierophant. So that talks about traditional marriages and traditional relationships and do things traditionally. Yes, this is for you. Yes, I should pin your. I'm sorry, I was supposed to pin your question so you know this is for you. You're the first one here. So, okay, so the Five of Cups in the Hierophant. This is what came out. All right. So, confirmation card, this involves water sign energy and it involves Taurus energy. You have water sign energy and like Taurus energy coming up. Let's just focus on what came out. Water sign energy and Taurus energy came out. So, okay. So, Five of Cups, the energy surrounding your question, surrounding you, involves water signs and Taurus energy. So, this talks about, girl, I'm giving you the, okay, I already said it. I already said the answer, and you don't be listening. I already told you. I feel like you be trying to control what I be trying to say. I already said it. You didn't hear me? Five of Cups, water sign energy. Listen to me because I'm not going to repeat it. Five of Cups is the main card that came up. Apply it to your question how you interpret it. Five of Cups, you either went through some type of heartbreak, breakup, divorce, or abandonment, negative energy in your life, right? But there's still a Two of Cups, a silver lining. Okay. So, a water sign, you both water signs, he could have came into your life, contacted you, whatever, during a hard time as a silver lining, as there's still some type of connection here. Even if you're going through a separation, a breakup, a divorce, heartbreak, negative thinking, or whatever, you still have a silver lining. Okay. So, what does that mean? That means like Two of Cups, still standing, a connection here. There's still a connection here. Now, moving on to the Hierophant, that is the shadow card. The shadow card talks about the authentic self, comes up as the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about make sure you get back on track to having traditional relationships, conventional relationships, divinely sent connections, right? So don't do things like don't do things like polyag. What's those relationships that are like open marriages and like stuff like that? Don't do things like that. Do things more traditional. So this could have been somebody coming back into your life to remind you that there's still a silver lining here. There's still an opportunity to be in a divine monogamous connection that's sent from God. That's what I'm thinking. You could be going through some negative shit, like some breakup, separation energy, negative thinking that has thrown you off track from being traditional, conventional with monogamy or something. And I'm seeing like it's telling you to don't stray away from marriage and conventionalism and thinking positively and being on your divine connection. It's a spiritual sign. Please don't overthink it though. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to understand everything. It's just saying that you're going through a hard time and this person possibly came in as a sign to remind you to think more traditionally, think more positively, see the silver lining. This could be a divine connection. Divine doesn't have anything to do with romance. Divine is sent from heaven. It's meant to tell you to continue to be a traditional, conventional type of woman. Um, don't stray too far away from non traditional, unconventional connection. So these are two opposite cards. One card talks about separation, divorce, breakup, and the other card talks about joining back together with someone that's conventional, traditional, like a mentor, like someone to look up to, a role model to get back on track. So it's two opposite cards. So look at it spiritually instead of looking at it worldly or physically. Look at it more spiritual. What is God or what is spirit or what is the world, universe trying to show me? I think it's trying to tell you like you've strayed away maybe from like some marriage, like a conventional marriage. I don't know. Yeah. And then you got the Six of Cups. I look at the Six of Cups like there's some type of healing energy here. Someone comes back from your past to heal you, to bring you back down to innocence, sentimental times. I don't know. It's some type of negative energy that needs to be cleared here, though. Five of Cups, that's definitely like water signs. Taurus energy also, but water sign energy as well. I wouldn't say romance. I would say there's like some type of higher learning, higher education, divine connection here, a bigger sign, like a spiritual sign here. I don't know. That's what I'm just seeing in the cards. Like you interpret that how you want to interpret it, though. You get what I'm saying? You know what's going on in your life. I don't know what's going on in your life. But yeah. I don't know who he is. I don't know, what he said to you or so but yeah, that's what came out. Sagittarius, the arch. Are you here, Sagittarius? I see your question. New Life Gospel. I see your question. That damn, I see your question. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to you, me and you, we don't really see eye to eye on a lot of things. And I feel like you like to control what comes out for me. Like, and I don't read how you want me to read, you know? And I feel like we don't have the same outlook, on readings. So I don't really take it personally, but I have a lot of people that resonate with me and I don't force readings on people. You come in here, you ask me questions. It's up to you, but please just do your best to go to readers that you feel like you are connected to. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to read for anybody, everybody, because I don't connect to everybody. So make sure you go to readers that you really feel like, you have a connection with. Because I don't know you personally. I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know nothing. I'm just shuffling cards and pulling cards. So I'm not responsible or liable for your life, your reading, none of that. I'm not responsible. I don't have to resonate. I don't have to be accurate, none of that. So I'm not responsible. So your life, your reading, your life, you have to take responsibility for your own life. So, you know, I'm not responsible for what cards come out. I don't know who you're dealing with. I don't know nothing. So do your best to go find a reader that like you feel like you are connected to. That's my best advice. You get what I'm saying? Because people say I relate, I resonate, whatever. I don't care. I don't care if they do or they don't. This is for entertainment only. By law, disclaimer states that entertainment only. I don't like when people try to take it too seriously because it's like this is for entertainment. This is not for like I have to be accurate. I gotta be accurate. No, like that's not how it is in tarot. You can say whatever you want, do whatever you want for entertainment. So as long as you realize that, like, I'm not supposed to predict nothing for you. I'm not supposed to tell you your fortune. I'm not supposed to tell you your future. I'm just gonna give you the card, and whatever happens after that, it's up to you. It's your life, So I can't be responsible for nothing. So yeah, so it's in the disclaimer, you know. I mean, you could do that yourself though on your own time in your own channel, Z. It's up to you. I just rather stay in my vibe of positive energy. Your opinion, that's up to you. You could do that on your own timing. But this is my chat, and respectfully, it's always good to respect whoever's chat you're in, you know? I think you need to like figure that out on your own though. Do your own thing in my chat, right? You got to do that on your channel, honey, in your own chat. Have a good day, Z. Take care. XOXO. Okay, moving on, guys. Who's next? Right. Hmm. Yeah, I think people confuse tarot readers for like God or Jesus. Like, I'm not God, I'm not Jesus. I can't tell you what you want to hear. I can't tell you, I can't be controlled, I can't be manipulated, I can't be abused or used. Like, that's not why I'm here. Let's keep a positive outlook on life. Let's be positive. And it's all love over here, and you have to bring the love, and that's just is what it is. If you're not bringing the love, then I gotta go. I only go where I'm celebrated. So if you're not celebrating me, you gotta go too. You get what I'm saying? Can't come in my chat with negative energy. Period. I'm not giving you negative energy, so don't give me negative energy. So somebody's having a bad day, it's not fair to project that onto somebody else. Like, I have nothing to do with what somebody is doing, outside of me. So all I could do is help you by giving you a reading. And if you're mad or if you have attitude, that's up to you. But I'm still going to extend the olive branch and be compassionate. But if you still are being yucky and mean, you got to go. Period. Period. That's why I'm like, it's for entertainment. You need to take it as entertainment and move on. Like, I don't have nothing to do with what you got going on. Like, I don't know you personally. I don't know what's going on in your life. But it's not cool to be like rude, like on purpose just because you're having a bad day. So moving on from that, we're here to be positive and have a good time, like celebrate. If you're not celebrating, you got to go. That's just how it is. Whoever it is, I don't care who it is on the internet. If you're not celebrating and being positive, you cannot come in and project and abuse. No. Uh-uh. No. I give people chances, like I be cool, I be nice. So, uh-uh. Like, nope. I don't know you personally. Like, you don't know me personally. It should be no smoke. It should be nothing. It should be a good time. And that's it. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, Sagittarius. And then it holds up the chat from people asking questions. Like, I want to get to the next person, you know? So, Sagittarius, are you here? I don't even know. Sagittarius, the arc. Of course, you can ask a question. Always. Here, okay. Will I receive my 10 million next month? What is this question? 10 million. Let's see what comes out today. Ooh, you know what you got? You got the magician. Look, you got the magician. It's actually a good card. You're conscious of how you manifest right now. So, like, let's say you want to just have courage to say, hey, I got $10 million, on the way to me. You can actually attract a partnership that yields you a manifestation of that dream. So you have the magician. That means that you're taking like the conscious steps with all your skills that you have to consciously manifest that right now. That's good. So I would take it with a grain of salt though. Like keep saying, for entertainment only. I don't predict people's futures. I'm not a fortune teller. Okay. I'm not giving people what they want here. I'm just pulling cards, whatever the universe card wants me to give you. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. It's for entertainment and fun. I'm not responsible for your life. You get what I'm saying? So take it with a grain of salt. Interpret things how you want to interpret. It's your life. You get what I'm saying? So I just wish good luck upon everybody and peace. Can't come in here disturbing the peace at all. So I'm not going to disturb your peace. Good luck out there, Sagittarius. I hope the best for you. Okay. I like that. I felt the vibes. There were good vibes there. Okay. Let's see. Moving on. Yep. So New Life Gospel, I don't know if you're here or that damn is here. I see you, Oracle King, and I see one vids. I think the new gospel life is not here. I'm gonna go on to the next person. All right. Will Abby contact me soon? I feel like a stuck, stagnant vibe. Let's see what comes out. Few cards came out, but I'm gonna take the top card, which is Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles talks about a balanced, harmonious, generous person giving to a needy person, or vice versa. It's kind of talking about support and love from one another, giving and receiving. It's a yes card, but Six of Pentacles, that's what came out. It's a slow moving energy though. Pentacles is like slow wins the race. That's what I got. I can't predict the future. I'm not in control. Okay, it's not my game. I don't do fortune telling and predicting, but I will pull a card for you. Take it with a grain of salt. Let it come to pass. You get what I'm saying? I don't do all that. It's against the law to do all that. So everything changes. You never know. So grain of salt is what I would say. Nothing is fixed around here. Yep, yep, yep. One vids. I'm not sure if you're here, but I see your question. If you guys have more than one question, feel free to drop the question you want. Okay, will I receive good karma next month? Let's see. Oh, you got the King of Pentacles. That's a yes card. And when you see the King of Pentacles, that's someone with some money, a provider, a mature person. Slow wins the race, but this is somebody that's serious about providing. But you know, karma, there's another word for it. It's called dharma. You know that? Look up karma and dharma. Dharma is the good, karma is the bad. So I think what you're asking is for dharma. Like if you did something positive, you get positive back, is what you're asking for. If you did something negative, you get negative back. So if you earn the money, if you deserve the money, then you are able to make, like somebody will provide the money for you. Let me move this closer to me real quick. Of course, Raymond, you could drop a question. You got to hit that like button. I think we did 4 people, so that's 4 people. Hit that like though. Raymond, you could drop a question though, for sure. Raymond, I don't do fortune telling. I don't do predictions, but I will pull you a card, okay? Take it with a grain of salt. Wait till it comes to pass. Interpret the message how you want to interpret it, okay? So let's see what comes out. You did get the Four of Wands. That is a reconciliation vibe. Celebration. You're about to have a celebration. So you're about to be around a lot of loved ones, have a good time. This could talk about reconciling with loved ones. Okay, so that's the card that you got. It's possible, but I would take it with a grain of salt, wait for it to come to pass because things do change. So be mindful. Of course, I'm here, Jasmine. You can drop a question. Go ahead. Guys, see the aquarium? I like to watch the aquarium. Let's see. I want to turn on some positive music. Positive music. A Q U. Well, you have to drop a question and hit the like button, and then I'll pin it. Jasmine, you need to drop a question and hit the like button. Hit the like button, drop a question. I didn't see it. It's not posted. Repost it. No, Jasmine, it's not. Okay, I got it. But I don't do time. I don't do timing. I don't do timing. I don't do timing. I don't do timing. Mm-mm. How much time GK will take to complete my work? Should I do repayment to him? He will do my work. I don't do timing. I'm not going to predict a time for you. I can pull some cards for you and let the cards talk. Okay, let's just do yes or no for you then. Will he do your work or should you pay him? Let's see. You got the Three of Cups. Let's see if I can turn this flash on. I can. Okay, so you got the Three of Cups. That's a yes card. You're working on a team with somebody. Yeah, you're working with somebody. It's a yes. Will he do your work? That's fulfillment. That's fulfillment. That's celebration. That's friendship. That's socializing. That's celebrating. That's working on a team. Emotionally, there's fulfillment here. Collaboration. Yeah, so you're collaborating with a guy that's supposed to be doing your work. That's a yes. And should you pay him? The shadow card is saying yes. Finance it. So financially, finances are showing up. That's a yes. Coin. Give him a coin. That's a yes. Hopefully that helps you make sure to, interpret it on your own. Take responsibility, control of your life, and good luck. Cynthia, let's see, Cynthia. I don't do predictions. I don't do fortune telling, but I will pull you a tarot card, okay? Let's see what comes out. Okay, Cynthia, this is what came out for you. The Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands. You have a brand new beginning. It's the end of your burdensome cycle. You're at the start of a new cycle. That's new love, new cycles in love, new passion, jumping right in, making progress, feeling inspired, feeling powerful, like you're growing. Could have went through some type of burden to get to success, but now it's a new beginning. So you're leaving behind the past burdens in love and you're moving towards a new cycle in love. Okay. Interesting. If you have more than one question, you can ask. You're welcome. Let's see. Should you take the new offer at the fuel cell? This is what I got. The King of Pentacles. That's a man with money, but also that's a businessman. So it might be like a boss that hires you or gives you a job or is generous to you. I would say that's a yes for money and finances and job. That's someone who really like invests in their business and like is generous with their money. Could be a boss, a business leader that, makes you successful or becomes your authority figure, but is generous to you. I would say it's a yes. Hello, Maria. What's good? Hit that like, drop your question. If you have more than one question, let me know. I don't do fortune telling or predictions, but I will do shuffle the tarot deck for you and pull a card for you. Hit that like button, Maria. All right, I'll pull a card for Maria's Greek festival guy. Let's see. The intentions aren't clear. Whenever you see the moon card, the intentions aren't clear. It makes you anxious, worried, fearful. Um, you shouldn't trust this person. You should trust your instinct about them. This talks about the moon is like you need to trust your intuition over everything right now. You shouldn't trust outside interference because they like try to project fears and insecurities and like it's their fears and insecurities and their anxieties and worries. So it's like things are unclear right now. It's almost like a mystery what their intentions are and you're going to get an instinct or intuition about them more than what they tell you. So yeah, I would say take things step by step, moment by moment. Don't get ahead of yourself with them. Things are unclear right now. If you have another question, let me know. All right, let's see. Queen of Swords, you're not as vulnerable. You don't wear your heart on your sleeve. You've been hurt before in your past. You try to see the truth in everything. You invest in honesty and you love power. Like you want to be in power. So you search for the truth and you search for honesty above all. You're mind over matter. You're not vulnerable. You're not in your heart space. You're not in your emotions or your feelings. You're in your head. They feel like you come off as a clear minded person with boundaries. You try to use your judgment to judge them. You're very independent. You're welcome. If you have any other questions, drop them, guys. Let me know. Thanks for all the positive feedback. Appreciate you. Yeah, my dad tells me that. People tell you anything though. But yeah, my dad says I am. But I'm really a mirror. I'm really a mirror. I mirror back to people what they mirror to me. But I'm a positive person though, more than anything. I keep the peace. I really am into peace. I don't like conflict. I'm not into that. I'm not into drama. I'm just a loving person, a lover girl. I want to see people happy and win. Let's see, Dapika. I said Dapika. It's Deepak, right? I feel stuck. Exams are not clearing. Things aren't going well. I don't do when. I don't do when. I don't do when. I don't do when, okay? I don't predict timing. I don't predict future outcomes. I don't do fortune telling. I will pull a tarot card for you and try to guide you in the right direction mentally, but ultimately it's up to you. But I don't really do timing. I do have timing cards, but I don't use them like that. But I could pull a card for you and just see what's going on, okay? Let's just see what's going on with you. If you're not clearing your exams, if things not going well, what's going on? Okay, look, you got the Queen of Cups and the Five of Swords. Make sure to hit that like button too, Deepak. Okay, so it's like you're a nurturing person. You're actually a nurturing individual. You learn from your mistakes. You're compassionate, you're sympathetic, you're slow to anger. You probably like been very patient about all this, but you're also feeling defeated. Like you're also feeling like, murky, I don't want to say murky water, but like something's in the air that's not good, right? The Five of Swords talks about conflicts, walking away, feeling defeated, an uphill battle, you know, you're not vulnerable enough. It's something about vulnerability and nurturing yourself and opening your heart and being patient with yourself, because it's something like you might get angry at like the lack of progress or the bad or the failures, like, but you're supposed to learn from this. It's like you're supposed to learn from this, grow from this, be slow to anger. Don't feel defeated. It's like you feel defeated. You feel like you're not being vulnerable enough. It has something to do with vulnerability when it comes to your blockages. Like your subconscious blockages, the negative thinking, it has something to do with your patience and your vulnerability and opening your heart, being more transparent. There you go. Something to do with your transparency. I think that if you were to speak up to your like mentors or to your teachers or to your classmates about your issue with like passing and not passing, I think that would be more transparent, and I think you would get farther with gathering support, a supportive group of people who are going to help you pass, you know? I feel like It's something to do with like being more patient with your anger or your lack of patience. It's something to do with like speaking your truth to your support group so they can help you. His one queen. I don't know who that is, but thank you. um, but yeah, Deepak, I feel like you should tell your I think you should tell your teachers and like your classmates. I think you should tell your teachers and your classmates, like, hey, I'm struggling with my exams. I can't pass. What can you do to help me or support me through this? And I think that's going to change everything for you. That's what I think. Instead of just walking away feeling defeated, I think you should like be more vulnerable and more nurturing towards yourself. Be patient with your failures. You have to fail in life to succeed. Don't always think like you have to succeed and succeed and succeed. You know, you have to fail to learn to succeed. So be patient with your journey. This too shall pass. Eventually, you will pass. Okay, yeah. What comes up must come down. Eventually, people who are successful, they always have ups and downs. That's just the cycle of life. So don't always feel like, you know, but this was a good question. I like that question. If you have any more questions, let me know. Deepak. Hello. Hey, hey, hey. I wish I knew people in the chat, but thank you guys for coming by. I don't know who these people are. His one queen, I don't know exactly who that is, but I don't know who that is. But yeah, if you guys have questions, let me know. Safia, I see you go to multiple tarot readers. I see you. I don't really care if people go to multiple tarot readers on YouTube. I really don't. Drop in, drop out. I don't really care. Come and go as you please. As long as you respect the chat, that's all I really care about. As long as you just respect, you know, the reader. I don't really care, go where you feel, whatever you want to do. I'm not in control of y'all's life. I don't even pay attention. Like I don't really be on YouTube tarot wise. I be on YouTube like looking at other videos, but not more so tarot. So tarot's like sometimes, but not all the time. Like I'm not in the tarot community like that. It's just sometimes, not all the time. So I don't really keep track of who's where or what's going on. Like I really don't. Like I don't know. Some people I remember though, but some people I really don't. Like I don't be knowing. I just be genuinely here to help. That's really it. Okay. I don't be here for nothing else. Okay. Let me see if this person's here. Hold on. Please, may I kindly ask any love messages from Thami? Are you here? Okay. All I could do is pull a card. I don't do predictions. I don't do fortune telling. I'm gonna just pull a card. Let's see what comes out. Okay. And I'm gonna just, how I feel. You got the Page of Pentacles. Is Thami a man or a young person or a male? This represents a younger male. A younger male energy. They're not committed to you. This is somebody who's not committed, but they started like I don't want to say a friendship. They started a friendship or they started a yeah. They could have sent you a message, started a good friendship, try to start a foundation with you, build on some type of foundation, but this is the type of person that's slow and steady. Like they don't want to rush into commitment. This is somebody who might gift you or send you a message, build a friendship slowly. Eventually, one day they would want to commit, but they're not ready for a commitment. Commitment would be like years down the line. This is a slow and steady person. This person also is focused on their finances. They don't have all the money in the world, but they're developing their finances right now. So this is not a very romantic guy. They don't have much romance, but they're like into being practical about like the way they show their love. They rather gift, they rather pay for things, they rather have money in the bank. So they're like developing their money, but also like trying to begin some type of friendship with you at the same time. So that's what this card represents in connection to your question. Interpret it how you want to interpret it though. I don't know you, like I tell people online, I don't know you. I don't know your life. You know your life better. You know your situation better. So interpret it how you want to interpret it. Okay? You're welcome. All right. Is this person here? Yep. Is this person here? I don't know if they're here or not. Okay, let's just see what comes out. Okay. King of Wands. How does this relate to you? Are you seeing a masculine male? Is there a masculine male in your energy? Um, aware of a masculine male, an alpha male, loves their freedom, very charismatic, very businessy. They love to start business. They love to be into their business. This is an alpha male that likes his space. If he has a woman, he likes his woman to be independent and into her own business too. How does this relate to your awareness? Um, this is not for you. This is for Safa. Okay, yeah, interpret it how you want to interpret it to your life, but it's showing up as an alpha masculine male who's like, he's into his business, he's an alpha male, he spends time away working, but it could be like a physical connection as well. This person likes to be physical. Um, but they lead the connection. They're a leader, they're an alpha. This is somebody that likes to chase their person. And it could also be seen as manifestation too. They like to manifest. So I hope that helped in some way, gave you some insight. Now it's your turn. I don't know who you are, but I can pull you a card. What's going on, Jazzy? You're next. I'm gonna just pull you a card. So, what's coming for me? Leo energy, the sun, rebirth. You get a big old renewal in your life. You get to redo your life over again. You get back your optimism, your positivity, your joy, your fun, a new relationship. All is going to be positive, all is going to be good. Look forward to like joy coming back. Okay. Your peace, that's good. You're going to feel really good. Thanks for keeping it peaceful. Jazzy, we haven't gotten to you yet. That wasn't for you. That was for that was for the other person. That wasn't for you. I haven't done you yet. Yeah, if you have another question, drop it. Jazzy, it's your turn now. I don't do when questions though. So you need to rephrase your question, Jazzy. I don't do when questions. So can you rephrase your question? Will they break silence soon? I don't predict the future. I don't do fortune telling, but I will pull you a card. Okay. Let's just see what comes out. The Hermit. Oh my God. Didn't you just say Hermit mode? You got the Hermit. Reconciliation is possible, but it's not going to be right away. It's not going to be right away. The Hermit talks about spending time alone for a while. They're not going to look for other people, though. They're just trying, both of you guys need to develop a deeper bond with yourself first before you can reconcile. So it's going to take time to reconcile before you guys like come back together. You guys both need to develop some type of inner depth within your communication style. So if you do come back together, you guys have something more to talk about. This talks about being like superficial shallow and coming out of that superficial shallow place by spending more time alone, developing your communication, making sure your communication style is deep in depth before you reconcile. Do some soul searching, do some self-reflection, do some spiritual work. Make sure you're not vibrating off shallow waters, superficial waters, because if you're looking for a commitment, if they're looking for a commitment, they're only going to commit to somebody that's like deep. This is talking about get deep. You need to get deeper during this time alone, but vice versa. Vice versa. But I definitely see a reconciliation. It's just no timing for it. No timing. I know the person's feelings who is on my mind. Do you see your question pinned? So when I pin your question, it's your turn. So may I know the person's feelings who is on my mind? Let's see. The magician, you're attracting each other to co-create and manifest. So both of you guys could feel attracted to each other to co-create and manifest the relationship. Both of you guys have the skills to do so, to take action. So that's that. That's that. And then let's move on. Will, can you tell Yash feelings for me? Yeah, I could pull a card and whatever comes out, comes out. Yash's feelings for Rise and Shine. The Six of Wands. Stay graceful. This person likes you when you're graceful. When you're graceful, you get the support of Yash, you get the support of your community, you get sought out for your grace. You'll have a successful time with them when you stay graceful. They like when you're modest, graceful, confident. You'll have good news of abundance more that way. So they see you as remain graceful and you'll be victorious in anything. Blessed one. Blessed one. I could pull a card and see what comes out. You guys can hit the like button if you're coming in. I don't do fortune telling. I don't do future predictions. I don't do timing, but I could pull a tarot card for you, okay? And you have to take responsibility over your life. I'm not responsible for your life, but okay, I could pull a card. So, blessed one, are you here? Okay, blessed one's not here. Capricorn sun, are you here? Actually, who's here, guys? 'Cause I don't know. I'm only gonna read for people who are here. All right, we're gonna do blessed one and then Capricorn sun then. Let's see what comes out. Ace of Swords. That's a yes card, but also means that you're gonna have a breakthrough eventually. You know what a breakthrough is? Your breakthrough is coming, meaning like you will get your clarity back. I feel like when you're talking about stuckness and karma, you're feeling like your third eye isn't clear. You're feeling like your intuition isn't clear. You're feeling like your conscious isn't clear. You feel like you have blockages. This is talking about a new cycle of breakthrough in your clarity where you're able to speak how you want, see exactly what things are, say exactly what you want. You know, you'll have your success again. There's a new beginning. You have to remind yourself that everything is a cycle. So cycles is a season. So eventually the seasons will change and you eventually have your clarity back. Your breakthrough will come. Your decision making will be better. You'll have new ideas. You'll sharpen your mind, you know? So eventually you'll be fine. You get what I'm saying? You might go through a period of struggle. Embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace the ups and downs. Okay, that was your reading. I'm going to move on to the next. Capricorn Sun, are you here? Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I will pull you a card. I just don't do fortune telling, when timing questions. I don't do predictions, but let's see what card comes out for you, okay? Queen of Swords. These people think that you need to be more vulnerable. They feel like you've been hurt before, that you're not vulnerable enough, that you have your guard up, you're very protected. They feel like you're on a power trip. You only want power. They feel like you judge a lot. You have boundaries. You come off very cold. They feel like you need more compassion. They feel like you're independent. and they feel like you're emotionless. So that could be why they're just trying to like test your heart. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't pay attention. I would just move on. Don't give it any of your power and just continue to work on yourself. Don't care what people think. Stop caring what people think or say. Icon, are you here, Icon? If you have another question, let me know if you want another card. Let's see. Icon, I don't do predictions. I don't do fortune telling. I don't do timing, but I could pull a card, okay, and see what comes out. For entertainment only. The Hierophant came out. It's a yes card. It's just a card of make sure that you don't stray too far away from God. If you catch yourself thinking about the devil or the devilish things, ungodly things, negative things, make sure you don't stray too far from God's practices, traditional monogamy, conventionalism, your journey, your path towards like God, or the light. Stay traditional and be wise. Maybe you need to learn some wisdom about karma. Maybe you need to learn some wisdom about life. Maybe you need a mentor or someone that you mutually respect or mutually respects you. Um, it's a yes card, but also it's talking about don't dim your light for somebody else, basically. Seek the light, stay in the light, stay close to the traditional mindset, the wise mindset. Don't stray too far from the light. Continue to heal also. So that's what I got for you. If you have more questions, let me know. Feria, I see you going to different tarot readers. Just know I don't care, girl. Do whatever you got to do. I know how it is. You just have that itch to go to different readers, get different readings. I get it. I don't try to keep track of who goes where. I really don't. I really don't care. But yeah, glad that you gravitated here. Let me know your questions. I feel you. And I haven't been getting no readings on the internet lately, but because, one of my subscribers, was going to get readings, I just felt drawn to get a reading from this one reader. But I donate, like I donate for like if I get a reading, I'm not waiting in line. I just rather donate. I don't like being in chat rooms with a lot of people waiting for my turn. Like I don't do that. I don't have time. So like I stopped getting readings because like I don't like waiting in line like that. I just rather donate, get the reading and leave. So I don't be getting readings on YouTube like that no more. But yeah. you know? Sometimes it's just like that. You just feel intuitively drawn into a chat room sometimes, and that's just it is what it is. Icon, let's see. Also, can you tell me if I am on the right path in my healing journey since I'm trying from my past hurt? Let's see what comes out. Icon, you're still here. I don't care to keep up with what other readers do or what I don't I'm stay out of people's business. Like I'm not into talking about it. Like I'm just not into it. Icon, I don't know if you're here or not. Icon, Eight of Cups. I don't know if you're here though. Okay, you're here. You got the Eight of Cups. Yes. Okay, so the Eight of Cups talks about walking away from a past life or a past lifestyle that no longer fulfills you. So now you're like going to higher heights to get fulfillment. So this talks about like, yeah, you're on the right path. You're abandoning and withdrawing yourself from people, places, and things that do not suit you anymore. And you're moving on to higher heights. You're finding better places, better people to talk to, better things to think, like you're moving on. So I think you're on the right path. Oh gosh. Faria, I'm not a fortune teller and I don't do predictions, future predictions. I don't do timing, but I'll pull you a card and see what comes out, okay? Take it with a grain of salt, interpret it how you want to interpret it, but just know I'm not responsible for your future husband, okay? Because things change, you never know. So let's just pull a card and see what comes out. This is for fun and entertainment. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a water sign, first of all. Water sign energy, it could just represent emotions, feelings. But this is not yet a husband yet, because I would say the Ten of Cups is husband, but the Nine of Cups is really close to the Ten of Cups. I would feel like this person will get really close to marriage, really close to that fairy tale ending. They'll come off like they'll fulfill you in some type of way. It'll be like a wish fulfillment. They'll make you feel good, make you feel content. There will be a lot of positivity, a lot of optimism. They'll give you what you want. I don't know if it's water. Remember that. I don't know if it's water. It could just be the feeling, the vibe. It could be a water energy in their chart. I don't know. Interpret it how you want to interpret it though. But this is the type of guy that's not gonna rush into commitment. They're still gonna be kind of like basking into the wish fulfillment energy, where they're gonna take their time getting to the 10, but they're like at the 9, meaning like they're gonna give you fulfillment. They're gonna give you what you want. They're gonna make dreams come true eventually. You just have to be patient with this person. But yeah, the 9 and the 10 usually talk about being close to marriage, close to wish fulfillment, close to a fairy tale ending. So that's kind of like confirmation that like, hey, if you do want to get married, if you do want to go to the next level, it is kind of possible, but it's not going to be a rushed thing. This person's going to provide emotional depth though. They're going to make you feel emotionally connected, happy, joyful, content, like you're feeling yourself, they're feeling themselves, you know, um you're going to be grateful, they're going to be grateful. But yeah, take it with a grain of salt till it comes to pass cuz things change, so I wouldn't know where your future husband is coming from or who they are or what they are. I wouldn't know. All right, moving on. General for Jazz. Is it Jaxie? Jaxie, are you even here? Jaxie, may I get a general card? Let's just see what comes out. Celebration time, spending time with your loved ones, having a good time coming your way, a good phase in your life coming your way, good luck. Celebration, harmony, freedom, community, getting the support that you desire, a thought of marriage coming in or reconciliation, Jaxie, generally. Um, D me, I don't do predictions. I don't do fortune telling. I'm gonna just pull a card and see what comes out for fun and entertainment. You feel lost and uncertain. Things are up in the air. The universe is trying to give you a new perspective. You have to basically trust the universe for tomorrow. Let go of your past energy. Try to see things from a different angle. This is a maybe. PJ, I be seeing you in different chat rooms. I be seeing you donate. You be asking the same question to different readers. I don't care to be 100% with you. I really don't. I just be seeing it. Like, you know how you see things, you just don't really care. You're just like, whatever. Like, that's kind of the vibe, right? For me. Like, I'm intuitive, so my intuition will kind of show me things. But the way I feel, though, I just be like, whatever. I don't really care. Like, there's some reason why you're asking the question again, right? Because you feel like you haven't gotten the answer. Yeah, you always ask about this person. I see. What does the person in question think about you sending dumb emojis to him? Okay, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't do predictions. I don't do timing, but I will pull a card for you. Okay, this is for fun and entertainment. Seven of Cups. Are you guys non-committed? Are you guys I don't know. Seven of Cups talks about not being committed or talks about that there's love there, but there's also this unfulfillment or this like wishy, dreamy, fantasy energy where things are not manifested. There's options. This person can just be thinking about it, wondering about it. There's illusions around it. Seven of Cups is like somebody that hasn't manifested something realistic yet or committed to something yet. They're like in their illusion, dreamy, wishy, feely vibe. Um, a lot of imagination energy, I would say. There's like lack of a reality here. There's no set decision. There's like daydreaming going on. So that's what I got. I don't know what's going on with you guys, but Seven of Cups is usually like, see how the guy's just looking at all those cups? Yeah, I don't know. You could just be looking at it. Let's see. What is Roy feeling for me currently? I don't know, but we can pull a card for fun and entertainment. Let's see. Roy's feelings are you are probably smarter than him. You're probably more aware, like intuitively, subconsciously, of like who he is. You probably get spiritual downloads about him, or you probably peep out truths about him intuitively or instinctively. He feels like you have a sixth sense about you, like you're like very psychic yourself, you know? He feels like you trust yourself. above him. You trust your inner voice, you trust your instincts. Especially when it comes to him, you feel like his secrets get dang, I just lost the word. His secrets come to the light. You don't even have to do anything. You're very passive. You know, you trust your instincts, trust your intuition about him. You're waiting for like the divine to show you the truth about him. That's how you feel. Is like you're connected. You're connected to like a spirit guidance. Okay, so VJ, are you here? Okay, so look, VJ, I don't do future predictions. I don't do fortune telling. I'm gonna just shuffle the cards, and whatever card comes out, I'm gonna show you for fun and entertainment purposes only. Okay, let's just see. Strength card. Okay, so when it comes to the future of you and this person, you're gonna have to be independent, strong, backbone, doing your own thing, having your own lifestyle. You know, you're going to have to be friendly and be patient with this person. They know you're a bit of a drama queen, or you can like try to come off as codependent, but with this person, you got to be like extra, like, you know, like have courage, because they're not the type to rush things. They don't want you to rush anything. They want you to just be patient with them and be friendly. Let them build their own strength, their own lifestyle up. You're gonna have to be basically strong and patient with them and be friendly, less of a drama queen. They would rather support you like that, um, rather than you rushing any type of relationship. But yeah, you have to be strong, basically. That's the message of the strength card. Is like you can accomplish great things with this person if you just have a lot of like patience and you keep your calm, you keep your cool, and you have your own lifestyle going on and don't be clingy, codependent. They could be just as strong as you and match your energy with strength as well. You just got to stay focused on your job, focused on what you got going on. Show compassion, show courage, and just be there for them, but like don't be clingy, codependent and in a rush, okay? So don't try to force anything, basically, is what that card is saying. Go with the flow. Let me know if you have any more questions. URV, are you here? All right, I'm gonna pull a card. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna pull a card for fun and entertainment only. I can't predict anything or do fortune telling, but I can pull a card. Okay. Four of Swords. Um, you overthink things and you overanalyze things. Try your best to get your peace of mind back. You need peace above all. Instead of thinking about what is our connection, find your peace. The card here is talking about before you reconcile with this person, you need to meditate, pray, get some sleep, and get back to being more peaceful. Heal yourself as well. Find your retreat, find your meditation pose, okay? Get your strength back and be strong. Everything is going to be revealed to you. in due time. Stop over analyzing, overthinking. Get your peace back. Okay. And then things will be revealed to you eventually about this connection. It's a yes card, by the way. Okay. Take it with a grain of salt. I thoroughly explained to you what what the card meant. So if you followed that, what I told you, only under those circumstances, yes. If you're being strong, that means if you have your own, if you're being okay, here's what I'll tell you. If you're being clingy, codependent, and you're forcing the connection, it's not gonna work. If you're being the opposite of clingy, codependent, then it will work. So you have to basically do like what I said. Like you have to have your own house, your own money, your own car, your own job, your own friendships, your own life outside of this relationship, and be patient with the relationship. Let it grow on its own. Don't force it. If you try to force it or manipulate it, it's gonna crumble. So the strength card is all about doing your own thing. Even if you're in a relationship, you still have to do your own thing. That doesn't mean anything. That has nothing to do with it. If you're in a relationship, you still have to be independent. You still have to have your own lifestyle. That has nothing to do with it. You already said that. What does that have to do with it? If you're clingy and codependent and you're forcing things, it's not going to work. So if you're questioning your future and you're in a relationship, there's a problem. So what is the problem? You still need to have your independence. You still need to have your own life. Even in a relationship, you still have to have your own interdependence. Duh. You know, you still have to have things going on. Okay, yeah, you can't be all the way. This is all I will say. You cannot be all into the guy. You can't be like that. You have to let go. You have to operate off of courage and strength. That's the whole point. You have fear. You need to replace the fear with courage and strength. That's the whole problem here. Let go. If you have faith, then that shouldn't even scare you. So yeah, that will keep you stagnant and stuck, and things won't work if you operate off fear. So hopefully that helped you, girl. Good luck. Of course, drop your question. All right. Good luck. I don't do predictions, go yard. I don't do future predictions. I don't do fortune telling, but I will see what card comes out for you, okay? Yes or no. King of Wands, this is a yes card. I'm not sure if you're a female. If you're a female, this is an alpha male who likes to pursue and chase and initiate and be the dominant. So yeah, this talks about a masculine male showing up here. I want to know if my next connection or relationship will turn into a marriage. I don't know, but we'll see what card comes out for entertainment only. You got the Queen of Pentacles. This usually talks about you desiring a secure relationship and getting into a secure relationship. only. Like you desire a domestic lifestyle, like a very homely lifestyle. You would make a good partner. You make people feel safe and welcomed around you. You're very nurturing. Um, you're very independent and wise and mature as well. You like your house. You like your home life. You don't want to be with like any of the shenanigans. Like you really just want a stable connection. I'm sure you'll get it. Good luck. Okay, guys. Happy Memorial Day. I've been on here 60 minutes. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Been on here for like an hour and a half. 4 o'clock. I think I should answer this text message. I think I'll stay on live a little bit longer, but I gotta answer this text message. Okay. I'm back. Yeah, memorial, meaning we honor the passed on people who fought for the country. Let's see. I don't do predictions and fortune telling, but I could pull a card, okay? You are a V, take it with a grain of salt. Let's see what comes out. This is for fun and entertainment. I don't know. Let's see what comes out. Um, you need to definitely see the positive. Don't be in your head about your ex because it's self-sabotage. It's like you entrap yourself with about the ex situation. It's not like he really tries to trap you in your head about him. There is a separation between you guys. He's not coming towards you, like he's on his fence. He's on the boundary. He's holding back. You just need to get out of your head and move on. Things will improve, okay? Yeah, there's a separation between you and your ex. It's really coming out as a separation, and you're rebirthing to a new relationship. That's gonna be good. Yeah, there's a newness here. So yeah, move on. It's all in your head, basically. Oh, it's hot. It is hot. You say, yeah. Let me put this on. Can I do this real quick? You're welcome. Okay. Um,
Just on an element drive around here. So we got to put a stump over there.
So-called cruise ship girl, teen, Anna Kettner's dad said.
In today's episode, we're exploring a mansion closing in time around Christmas. The family living here seemingly had evacuated overnight, leaving expensive things behind, like this Alienware computer and a higher end phone unit. The parents were doctors, just
About street. That's zero sum. I do a lot of things. Signs and backing. I do a lot of stuff.
first time in town. I think people see this happen. We fight over a punch through across the highway, one of the biggest outlets. For a lot of people, this is where the Vegas trip actually started. You stop to stretch your legs. Maybe you lost 20 bucks at a lunch before getting back on the road for the last 38 miles to Las Vegas on July 4th, 2026. All of that goes on. Prim Valley, Buffalo Bills, Whiskey Pete's. 344 people lose their jobs. Some of them lose their homes too, because the eviction notices were out in the same unload as the termination list. The official story is that Prim just couldn't compete anymore. Tribal casinos took the customers. The pandemic finished the job. End of an era. That's not what happened. In 2007, MGM Resorts sold all three Prim casinos to a New York private equity firm for $400 million. They tried for 19 years to make Prim work. They couldn't. The road trip gambler didn't disappear. Las Vegas just stopped selling. Prim didn't die. Prim got executed. The date they picked, the 4th of July, isn't an accident. And by the end of this week, we're going to know exactly who pulled the trigger, why every middle market property still exists. So let's start with the actual. Because to understand why this matters, you have to understand exactly what's happening and the state. On May 6th, 2026, the parent company of Green Valley Casino, a company called the Prima Donna Company, filed a WARN notice with the state. WARN stands for Worker Adjustment and Training Notification. It's the federal law that requires companies to give the state advance notice before mass layoffs, so that the workforce system can prepare for hundreds of people suddenly losing their jobs. This WARN notice covered 6 separate businesses: Grim Valley Resort, last fully operational; Buffalo Bills Resort and Casino, which has technically been on event-only operation since July of 2025; Whiskey Pete's, which has been closed since December of 2025; Grim Center Gas Station, Flying J Truck Stop just over the California border; and the Lotto Store, which is the building Californians stop at to buy Powerball tickets they can't legally buy at home. All 6, all closing on July 5th. 344 workers permanently dispersed. The notice specifically uses the phrase, no recall rights, meaning when the doors close on July 4th and aren't reopened, workers don't have a job to come back to. But the part of this story that hasn't gotten enough attention is what happens to people who've been affected. It's so isolated. It runs apartment complexes in Central Oregon. It's called the Desert Oasis Apartments. Hundreds of employees raise their families there. And on the same day that those workers got their termination letters, the residents got eviction notices. Same same 5 o'clock delivery for losing your job. And by the way, you have until July 6th to be out of your apartment. Listen to one of those workers, Megan Miller, talk about what that law is under.
Megan Miller has worked at Prim Valley Resort since 2018. She is among the 344 workers that Dieter is reporting will lose their jobs.
And we're like, is this real? Is this really happening? Is it real? They're like, yes, it's real. Everything's closing. The gas stations, all the casinos, it's real.
That's a woman who's worked in Prim Valley Resort since 1918. Boyfriend since 2001. Her mother has been there 8 years. 3 generations of one family, all employed by the same company, all living in the same apartment complex, all about to be unemployed and unhoused on the same day. They have 3 kids depending on them. Nobody at the company gave them a heads up. That's not a layup. That's a community being dismantled in real time. And the question that should be hitting you right now is this: how does a town built around 3 casinos and one of the biggest outlet malls in the country go from being the gateway to Las Vegas to being a corporate war notice in less than 2 decades? Because that part nobody at the local groups is saying. How Prim got into. Before we talk about who killed Prim, let me make sure you understand what they're actually killing. Because Prim wasn't always a place you drove past. For a long time, Prim was a destination in its own right. Here's the timeline. In the 1950s, a man named Ernie Prim bought a piece of desert land right on the California-Nevada border. He opened a small motel and a coffee shop to use slot machines, and the whole stop was originally called State Fire. That was the entire premise. Across the line from California into Nevada, within a few feet of the border, you could leave the game. For a Southern California in 1955, that was an entire concept of fun crammed into the first 100 yards of New Street. Well, that little stop grew. In 1977, Whiskey Pete's opened as the first full hotel casino on the property, 777 rooms. Then in 1990, Prima Madonna Resort, later renamed Prim Valley, came online with another 624 rooms. And then in 1994, Buffalo Bills opened 1,242 rooms in the centerpiece of the entire complex, Desperado roller coaster. At one point, the tallest roller coaster in the world. By the late 1990s, Prim wasn't a roadside stop. It was a self-contained Vegas-like experience with almost 2,700 hotel rooms across 3 properties. Add the outlet called opened in 1998, Fashion Outlets Las Vegas, which clocked it at almost 380,000 square feet in space. You had complete weekend investment. Stay at Buffalo Bills, ride the Desperado, shop the outlet mall on Saturday, lose $100 at the all-you-can-eat restaurants on the way out. This wasn't a stop. This was an alternative to Vegas itself. A version of Vegas you could afford. A version of Vegas you could bring your kids to. A version of Vegas that didn't make you feel like an idiot for not being a millionaire. For an entire generation of working-class Southern Californians, Prim was the actual fun part of the trip. The Strip was where the rich people. Prim was where you went. So when somebody says, Prim couldn't compete, I want you to understand what that actually means. It means the place that 90s Californians chose over Vegas. A place that was specifically designed to serve the average American on a budget, can no longer survive in the Nevada gambling economy. And that should be terrifying, because if Prim couldn't make it work, then the next question is, which middle market casino is going to be the next one to fall? The answer is going to surprise you. Here's the part of the story I promised you. Because if Prim was built specifically for the working class American gambler, and the working class American gambler still exists, then something else is going on. And the people responsible for what's going on aren't who you think they are. They don't live in Nevada. They don't even live on the West Coast. And once you know who they are, July 14th starts to look a lot less like a coincidence. In 2007, MGM Resorts International, the largest casino operator of the Las Vegas Strip, made a business decision. They were going to focus on the top of the market, waves, the high rollers, the billionaire convention guys, Asia, Europe. That's where the
Who? I don't know who you are. His one queen. I don't know who you are. But what do you mean, miss you, girl? I don't know what that means. What do you mean? I don't know. You got me puzzled. I don't know.
Customer MGM specifically trying to stop catering. So in 2007, MGM sold all 3 Prim casinos to a company called Affinity Gaming for approximately $400 million. Affinity Gaming is not a Nevada company. Affinity Gaming is a holding entity. Actual owner is a New York-based private equity firm called C Capital. So when MGM sold Prim, what happened was the original owner of the property, Las Vegas casino operator, handed the keys to a Wall Street investment fund whose entire job is to extract returns from underperforming assets. And for 19 years, C Capital tried to make Prim work. They tried different management strategies. They added new slot machines. They renovated the all-you-can-eat restaurants. They booked concerts in the Starwood Desert Arena. They kept the lights on through the pandemic. They kept paying employees. They kept hoping the road trip gambler economy would come back. It never did. So now I want you to think about what this actually means. MGM decided in 2007, customer who shops at the Prim Outlet is not the customer it wants. Then for the next 19 years, the rest of the Las Vegas Strip made the same decision. Every single visual merchandise, every parking lot, every minibar bar, every $20 bottle of water at a strip club is a vote against the Prim customer, a vote against the family owner, a vote against
See you guys later.
the $150 plus weekend